Mondays with the Mako back at you. Guys, thanks for being with me. Had a little bit of a break in between the action, had some good feedback roll in, so I'm thankful and blessed to be receiving that still, and you guys are tremendous. Want to thank the crew, Alistair, Matt, Chris, and now David, and excited this week to bring you Richard Fine, Dr. Richard Fine. He's an expert in health, wellness, and relationships, and I'm blessed to have him in my life and on my board of director, that strongest branch on our relationship tree. So Dr. Fine, thank you for being with us and talking about health, wellness in your journey and spending your Mondays with the Mako.
It's cool to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah, my journey with wellness, is a great place to start. Wellness to me means the optimal care of my life and living. It has two building blocks: how much I'm willing to care for me and how responsibility I am able to take care of that care. It's an investment in living, and it involves many dimensions. When I get to my personal story, I've got two key memories. The first one is when I was in elementary school, we had a contest who could climb fastest up a rope. Well, Jeremiah, I won that event amongst guys who were older, bigger, and I somehow was my own hero that day. That inspired me to say, you know what? I can make it physically. I can perform. This is where I feel valued. This is where I feel recognized. That was my start. As a kid, I'm always looking for an identity where I shine. So that was my beginning. And then I chased wellness, and I'm going to use the word chased it. I kept on thinking wellness was being faster, better, outdoing people, getting recognized, getting the trophy. And so much of my life was chasing it, and it was never inside of me, it was outside of me. And along the way, I began to say, you know what? What is driving me? I'm not enjoying this. This isn't fun. I got butterflies, and the only time I felt relief is when I excelled. And suddenly I became aware that wellness was something much different. It was being proud of who I was, but being deeply connected and belonging to the world around me, as well as the world within me. One key event in my life that was my really joy of wellness was doing a 3-day, 60-mile walk for breast cancer. Simply stated, I was among all humanity, and we were working for something greater, a cure beyond ourselves. And being part of that group and seeing the love, the relationships, and the sharing made one step so sweet. At the finish line, all I remember is there were tears, and everybody waited for those behind them. We all finished together. That, in essence, is wellness. It's the physical, it's the social, it's the spiritual, it's the relationships. It's much bigger than the eye.
That's incredible, Rich. I love it. And in a way, you went back to purpose, which has been a bit of a echoing theme through the interviews. Alistair brought it week one, and Matt carried it a bit, and even Chris touched on it, and then David, and now you've hit it again. Well, gosh, that's tremendous. Tell me this: is that what makes you a successful wellness and fitness coach? Do you think? Tell me a little bit about what makes you successful.
I'm going to build on what you just said, Jeremiah. Purpose and meaning. I look with each unique individual for what their purpose is for getting into some kind of fitness or wellness journey. I ask them what is important to them and why. What would it be if they didn't have it? How long do they want to wait to begin it? Once I find the why, the meaning and the purpose, then I can get to the wherefore. The wherefore is developing a variety of curriculum and activities, and then coaching. So one thing that makes me successful is I get to the heart and matter of each person. Another thing is once you get to that heart, it's translated into action. When I'm working with someone and coaching them, I look at one thing, how they're doing right now and what they're aware of and how they're connecting to their life at that moment. That is the most teachable moment, is their experience. So I coach and capture the experience, stop it, connect to it, have them look at it, and then we redo it. Coaching is capturing somebody so they can see themselves and take responsibility to glow and flow.
Excellent.
So it's so much about being in the here now, getting that teachable moment, observing the person, and then the curriculum and strategies follow.
Terrific, Rich. Tell me, in your opinion, why is health and wellness a struggle for most?
I believe we're looking at fitness as just a part of wellness. Wellness can be said in a beautiful statement by the father of medicine, Hippocrates. He said, you know what? I'm more concerned about the person who has an illness than the illness in the person. Wellness is taking an internal journey and connecting yourself to the world around you. It's much bigger than what is my blood pressure, what's my cholesterol, how fast can I run? Wellness is broad. It's the heart and soul of the person. It's their relationships. It's their connection. It's their work. It's the quality of their family. It's the legacy they want to live. It's the life that hasn't yet been utilized. Joan Baez said it well. We don't pick when we die. We can only pick how we live. So simply stated, wellness may not add years to your life, but it adds quality of the years you have. It's the fullness of the gift of life.
Okay, awesome. I understand that. How do we teach that to others as coaches and wellness people and believers? How do we bring that to others? How do you bring that to others, Rich, in your training and your coaching?
That is a great question. How do you teach and translate these ideas into action? Well, first is starting with the individual. And I'd like to just ask something of you, Jeremiah. I've known you as a young man. I've seen you grow up. You have an unbelievable spirit. When I was throwing baseballs to you and knocking them at him, and you went for everything. And I said, that kid has spirit and desire. And, he'll learn because he has that wherewithal. Tell me something. How did you get the name, the shark? That's what I want to know. Because if I can understand the shark, I can teach you how I get to other people. Tell me about the word shark.
Well, I got it from being agile and from being a swimmer and being able to swim where I want to, really, and from being tenacious in a way. And I remember our training days. I remember waking up really, really early at 6:30, maybe 7 if we were lucky, Jason and I. And it was hot. It was down here in the valley. Usually we'd come down to see you, right? And it'd be about 100, 110 in the summertime, and we'd be out there already, training early in the morning. And I didn't really want to do that, but I was brought down to the valley for that scenario, for that enrichment, for that strengthening, for that commitment to do that every single day. So no, I appreciate it. I remember those times, and I see you as a gifted coach, Rich, that can hold people accountable.
Let me build on that, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Shark to me means an identity. It's a way of identifying you. And so when you ask, how do I coach? I look for the individual's identity. What is it important to them? What are their goals? And why are those goals important in their life? Let me just give you a wide continuum. A man said, what I want to do is be mobile so I can walk with my grandchildren. Another person said, I just want to breathe better so I can walk down the aisle and take my daughter to her wedding. Another person is saying, you know what, I'm 85 and I'm single and I want to look better because I want to get into the social world again. I want to live. Another person who says I'm an executive and I want to be at the top of my game. Another individual will say, you know what, I just want to give myself the greatest gift of health so I can be here to enjoy my life. And then I work with athletes. I work with NBA basketball players that are trying out. I want to jump. I want to hang in there. I want to hang under pressure. I want you to challenge me. People are unique. So coaching them is individually tailored to their uniqueness, customizing activities, and then catching them in the moment of their doing so they can connect and own it, claim it, and empower themselves. Fitness and wellness is a psychological, social experience. It's not just physical. Everything works together interdependently. A change in one affects the other. So for people starting a program, just walk outside. That's one step from sitting. Look around. That's one step from not only having a narrow vision, but seeing the world around you. Say hello to a stranger. That's one step to connect beyond you. It's little small steps that weave and make a Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
And
that's
a
tremendous.
coach inspires and teaches and captures.
That's tremendous. And that goes back to what David was even talking about a little bit now 2 weeks ago. He was walking through leadership a bit. And that's tremendous. I love how you tied those two together. I want to let you go because I know that you've got a bit of a Sunday ahead of you, and we've been spending some time getting set up. So thanks for your patience with the technology and working with me there. But real quick, what trends are you seeing in health and wellness and fitness right now? And maybe what would be a tip for somebody that wants to get started that maybe has been sitting on the sidelines for a little bit? So that's a two-part question.
The trends now is wellness is the major umbrella. Corporate wellness, family wellness, personal wellness. Wellness takes place deep in relationships. And one thing I want to say is one of the trends is I really appreciate Janet in my life. She's my coach, my inspiration. And what it's about is wellness is finding, like you said, a board of directors, gathering them, being part of a network, creating a vision, and getting on the way, getting a way to grow and develop. Wellness is life.
That's tremendous. Give me a tip real quick, Rich. You see I got my glasses on here and I'm ready to get going with the conclusion. But give us a tip for somebody that needs to get going with this and get off the sideline.
Okay, a tip to get started. First, reach out and make a call to someone who can give you encouragement. Second, tell a friend, someone in your corner, that you're willing to try something new. Third, get to the heart of the matter and find one place to get started and find somebody who can help you build a small success. And then look for continuity by ongoing support. Hard by the yard, cinch by the inch. Find a way to achieve something and claim a victory. Invite somebody to a surprise birthday party and you invite them, make it your surprise. Learn to celebrate along the way. Learn to share, and then take credit for your ownership and your courage to be the hero in your play. Get started by reaching out beyond you, and then the supports will be there. It always gets back to you. Claim your own success and be humble enough to thank those around you.
Excellent tips, Rich. Great insights. Thank you for the time. Thanks for hanging out with the Mako and helping me develop through the years and for bringing back to the community. You guys are tremendous at doing that. Excellent, excellent insights. We are done, my friend. Bless you. Shark is out. Thank you for what you do, Rich.
Take care.
Thank you very much.